Hello, folks. Welcome to this video of the title process in Florida. My name is George Clemis. I am the owner and operator of True Blue Title. And you're watching this video because congratulations, you are either buying a new home or you are selling a home. So congratulations on this new phase of your life. So let's go over what is title, right? It's one of the most common topics that people know the least about. Title is the legal ownership of your property. And our title searches ensure that no one else has any claims, liens, judgment, unpaid taxes against the property that you're going to be purchasing. And it also protects you as the owner having complete rights to the home. So think of it as getting a clean bill of health. So what does the process look like? Here's a typical timeline, Florida specific. We as a title agency cannot order title and start the process until we have a signed contract by the buyer and seller. Once we have that, we receive the contract and we're going to reach out to you, the buyer, and to you, the seller, with the information that we need to proceed with the transaction. We'll also be the company that will accept the earnest money for the down payment for the home. Once we get that information, we receive the earnest money deposit, we will open up the file. And that's when the title search process begins. Now, what are we looking for in that search? Again, judgments, liens, anything, any defect that could be on the title that would be detrimental to the new homeowners. For example, we don't want you to buy your home and then 2 weeks later, a young person show up with a letter from their great-great-grandma promising them home. This home is theirs, right? So that's what title is doing. So we begin the title search, and then as we get information back from the reinsurer, First American in this case, they will say, yes, George, we will issue a clear title. We just need X, Y, and Z to be completed. Once all that work is done, we will issue the title commitment, and then we are clear to close. Now, clear to close is a common term that you're going to hear also from your mortgage lender, for example, if you're financing your home. Everyone has their own version of clear to close. As a title agency, we cannot close until all liens have been resolved, all homeowner association estoppels, payoffs, everything has been settled. Once that's there, time to close. It's time for signing and funding and on to the next chapter. Now, this process typically takes less than 30 days. On cash transactions, it can even be faster. In other words, there's no financing behind it. However, I always give this caveat. There's things that are out of our control. First and foremost, if there are issues that need to be cleaned up, whatever amount of time it takes to get that done is the amount of time it takes. HOA estoppels, homeowners insurance, homeowner associations are known for taking forever to give back information that we must have to be compliant and legal in issuing the clear title. So once in a while, those things hit a log jam. Of course, we do what we need to do to get everyone involved to get it moving forward. So what's involved in the process? On the buyer side, you're going to get an info sheet from us. It's going to also ask you for information about who you're financing with, and of course, who your buyer agent is. On the seller side, it's again, the seller's agent, and then we have to know who we're paying off, what lenders are there, who the homeowner association is, are there any liens, etc. Of course, we're doing a lien search on our own. Title companies, we are a neutral third party. We are managing the entire process, and our goal, of course, is to have a happy closing, a happy transfer of home ownership at the end of the road. We work really hard to do that. So what do you get from title insurance? You get peace of mind. It's a one-time fee. It's paid only once. And typically it's traditional that the seller pays for the owner's policy for the new homeowner, ensuring them that they're giving them a house with no issues. Now, there's also something called a lender policy, which is going to be required by the lender. So whoever's buying the home, they will pay for that premium directly. But for the owner's policy, that's traditionally paid for by the seller. What we protect against is everything in the past. So it's not like car insurance or life insurance for things that are going to happen in the future. We're fixing everything in the past. We're protecting you from anything that happened, unknown heirs, forged documents, clerical mistakes, uncovered liens, etc. And of course, like I mentioned, most lenders require that policy as well. Is an owner's policy mandatory? No, it's optional. However, ask any of your attorney friends what they think about whether or not you should have an owner policy. And depending on their motivation, i.e., do they like making money from cleaning up other people's mistakes, or do they want to avoid those mistakes? Point being, the cost of title insurance is much less expensive than having to clean up issues. So this is absolutely your biggest safety net for your biggest financial instrument. We are here to guide you through this process. We work very closely with your real estate agent. We work very closely with your lender, and we work very closely with you. This is my personal information. Our office phone number is 727-371-9400. You can ask for myself or Amanda, and we are happy to serve, and congratulations. We look forward to completing this process with you with a big smile on your face. So congratulations, and we will talk soon.